Hi guys, welcome back to Budgeting on the Go. Here with me, Marie. Today's video is going to be on our 2022 financial goals. So if you guys want to accompany me and see what we have in store for 2022, stay tuned. Normally our upload schedule is going to be Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. I've been having here a power outage issue, so I'm trying to pre-film and have things uploaded for those particular days. That is the schedule that I want and that I'm going to stick to. So, this year we have to be a little more mindful and consistent, because consistency is the key. The same way I like watching my favorite YouTubers channels and watching them the days that they are posting, I also want to be a little more on point with the filming, editing and stuff. Also, having my filming schedule gives me the opportunity to work on other things, work on shop stuff. Like during the month of December, I felt like really burned out, tired. Maybe that's why I got sick so quick, because I just wanted to do it all. Like I wanted to post every day. I wanted to create stuff for the shop every day. So basically now I have a schedule that I want to follow. So this is our notes paper that we have on our shop or in our shop. You can go to the website www.budgetingonthego.com, and you can go to our Etsy store www.etsy.com/shop/budgetingonthego. So basically you can go there and find all of these printables. So I'm going to show you how versatile this note paper is that we have in the shop, right? I started doing my 2022 goals, and I will show you how I did two different versions of it, basically having the same purpose. So this is our first one, right? We actually here wrote, so that is the first one, and we actually see if we went from this to this. So that is our first one. Then we also made this one. We also did this one. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to use this one. But I wanted to show you guys how versatile this is. You can actually just use it for notes. You can actually decorate it, as I have done, and use it for other things. So like one sheet of paper or one printable can serve you for so many purposes. Some people even use these to track their expenses, because they have the little stickers from other shops where it says like expense tracker or expense transaction log. It also says like monthly budget, stuff like that, or weekly check-in, and they just have like all these sticker kits, and they normally just use it, like a notes paper like this. So basically, let's go into it. Let's do our first one. So I think I need to buy like a different lens so that this can be like wider view. I'll look into that. Here we have a happy life. It says resolution. Oh, I forgot to get the little one here that says goals. So it says happy life resolutions. It's actually my goals, not resolutions. I don't make resolutions just because we don't follow resolutions. Like if you have like a goal, you feel more accountable, and like more, I would say you feel a little more attached to like accomplishing it versus a resolution. You're like, whatever, I do whenever I can, whatever. But like a goal, you're like, I gotta accomplish this. And you also put action steps to accomplish a goal. And so I also put here motivational things, right? Like, hey, beautiful girl, you can do hard things, get to work. You know, if you want to accomplish things in life, you gotta work. And here, you are so very loved, right? So we just like put motivational things to be able to accomplish and to keep on track. So we have here our first one. Hopefully you guys can see it. Hopefully. Our first one, I have moving to the US. That is like my first top priority goal. It's been my goal for over 3 years. When my son was 5 months old, I did go to the US to work with my health. That's when my son's father, at that time I was still with my son's father, and he told me, turn back, I'm gonna help you, whatever. When I turned back, it was actually to sue me for child custody. So I could not take care of my health the way I wanted to, and therefore we are 3 years in and not being able to walk and using all of these help aids like a walker, a cane, struggling to find a doctor here that'll work with me. So tomorrow, January 10th is tomorrow, I have an orthopedist appointment. Hopefully he'll give me good news and we'll be able to do the surgery without any huge cost. So my reason of wanting to move to the US has to do with my health. Basically here, it's very minimal, the specialist, and I need like a rheumatologist. So my rheumatologist appointments are supposed to be every 3 months. Due to how full the little bit of rheumatologists that are here, your appointments can be anywhere between 6 months to a year, and that is a lot for a rheumatoid arthritis patient to be without medical attention, especially when you're drinking. You know, if I were drinking the hardcore medication that they give, you really have to be on point with, you know, them checking how your, you know, your blood work and stuff, how your body is responding to this stuff. So that is my reason of wanting to move, is because of health issues. I have run into like live and chats where people have said, are you crazy? You want to move to the US and we're trying to move out? And I'm like, you've never lived anywhere outside of the US. That's why you say that. And if you have lived outside of the US, it has not been with a hardcore health condition. Because when you have a hardcore health condition, you really need medical attention. And I know that you know, medical insurance is expensive, and I know deductibles are expensive, but I have to pay them here having such a little minimum wage. And it's been a really hardcore situation. If you guys have seen my previous expense trackers, you would know that I pay a lot here on health. Like, you know, a lot of times health insurance here does not cover medical stuff, and I have to pay out of pocket. You know, I've known how to pay over $2,000 on a medical service. So like, that's my reason of wanting to move to the US, is basically for health reasons, you know, just to have that medical attention when I need that medical attention. It's really hard here with medical stuff. And I told this to my uncle, may he rest in peace, passed away 7 months ago. He moved to the island, and I told him all the struggles I was having with medical issues, and he had heart surgery twice. I told him, listen, I don't think that's the best idea for you to move here. You know, doctors here are not really responsible with their patients. And he decided to move after living here he lived here for 2 years before he passed away. After living here for a year, he realized that it was not the best decision. he realized that even though he had money, guys, because my uncle really had money, okay? He did the stocks. He was retired. He had like 2 to 3 pension checks. He had money. Like, he had money to pay services. And he was still not able to get the medical attention that he needed. And he actually passed away from a massive heart attack. So, it's like, if it's just not a place for you to live. Before you go and venture out into moving to places, make sure you find out how the medical attention is there, how the medical service works there. If you're a healthy person, go on, by all means, move to wherever the heck you want to move. But when you have chronic health issues, you really want to make sure that you will get the same quality of service that you're getting wherever you're at. So, due to this, that's why I want to move to the US. So under here, I put some of the things that I will have to look into, right? Oh my God, let me not move this too up. So it would be like apartment fees, a car, flights to move. Within apartment fees goes furniture and all of that. And lawyer fees. Like, why lawyer fees, Marie? Like, what the heck type of legal mess are you in? It's nothing like that. It's because since I have joint child custody, I would really have to go into going back to court and battling with my son's father, because he's not such a great person and we do not have a great relationship. Like, we do not have that. No. Like, if I didn't have to speak to him, I wouldn't. If there wasn't a court decision, I forget what it's called. If it wasn't there saying, like literally saying on it that we have to have communication because of my son, I would not speak to this person. I don't even want this person to breathe the same air I breathe. So, due to this, I would have to really go out and battle again. And it's like $500 every time a lawyer touches the ground or the actual courtroom. Every hearing is like $500. So I don't know how long it'll take. Like, normally these battles take a really long time when one of the parts is not it's not accepting the decision. Normally my son's father does not accept anything that's not his way. So the last court battle we had was about a year. We were a whole year, and it was month after month after month, so it was very expensive and very annoying at that. But that's a whole nother story. Like, that is a whole hardcore, whole nother story. So, but I would have to pay that, and I don't know how long that would go on. So I have to be mindful of these things within that financial goal of moving to the US. But it's one of the things that I've had on my vision boards or my goal boards for 3 years now. So it's not in my time, it's in God's time. We have here built up our emergency fund. Again, you guys know I'm working off of my emergency fund, but things are moving, things are happening. So we want to build that up to $1,000 again. So we have to grow our business and grow all our socials and, grow our website and all of that to be able to generate enough income to get $1,000 back in there. Then we have here pay off debt. Basically, in our debt, we have our student loan and the car that I drive are the two things that the car I drive and a initial fee that I had to pay when I started my court battle for my son. So I have to put all this away. And I have a student loan left. You guys know that last year I paid off one student loan, so I have one left. So that, again, this goes in with growing the business to be able to pay that student loan off in full. I just really want to pay that off as quick as possible. And then we put here a couple of quotes, right? Be happy, be bright, be you. Always be humble and kind. Like, no matter how far you get in life, just stay humble and kind. Then down here, we have built a $5,000 business fund. I know a lot of people don't. Let me move this a little closer, guys. A little more down. We have here built the, I think we could take this off already. Built a $5,000 business fund because, as you guys have seen, equipment breaks. And I don't want to have that burden of, this broke or that broke. Also, future things that I want for the business is to have an office space. I really want to rent out an office space, have like that office space somewhere. So, let's throw that out there in the universe. We really want to have an office space. Like, working from home is good because you work whenever you want. You make your own schedules and stuff like that. But as you guys know, working from home, you can have a lot of interruptions. A lot of, like, things could go wrong. Sometimes you're really unmotivated because you're just at home. Like, you sleep at home. You have your company at home. You, like, rest at home. You do your cooking at home. You just, like, always in the same space. Like, your life just revolves in that same square space. So it's a little bit difficult sometimes to be motivated, although you are. But I think if you, like, a lot of people also fall into, like, depression and anxiety because you're always in the same spot. Versus if you have, like, a little, it might not have to be like a commercial building. It could be also like a little studio apartment that you turn into, like, your business situation. Like, for me, I film. I don't, like, have physical products. But even if you do have, like, physical products that you mail out, it's good to have that office space. To be able to go outside and be out of the home and out of that living space for a little bit. So, and it would just be so convenient to leave everything set up versus now that I gotta put my camera away, put the tripod away, put that away. And then when I'm going to film, I got to look for the angles again. As you guys can see here, I don't have a lot of space. And I just want, like, that dedicated space. I also have a toddler, so I can't leave a lot of equipment and stuff out. Because when I come back, it'll be chaos. And I don't want him to break anything. Although my toddler is pretty good at not touching mommy stuff, as I always tell him. He, sometimes he's just curious. He's a toddler. Kids are curious. They're in a learning environment. They're exploring, so they get curious sometimes, and they can break things unwantingly. So I can't, I just want to have that business space, that business area. So with this, to accomplish some of this stuff, I gotta be consistent in posting. That's why I made now Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays my upload. I gotta fix my merch. I do have merch, shirts, t-shirts, and all of that. The link is down below. Make lives. I want to start making lives. We have a Facebook group that I'll also post. I just opened that Facebook group. I'm still learning about this Facebook group platforms. I'm not too familiar with it, so I'm still learning. We want to make Instagram lives as well as YouTube lives, which I have not ventured into. But I would have to, my computer has a webcam, but it's not the best quality, so I want to be able to use this camera that I have as a webcam. I already brought down all the programs, but I need the wire that goes over to my actual computer. And I would also need a desktop tripod because my tripods are too tall. So I would want it to be like over here to this side right there. And that way, like, I have it towards me, but I can still see the screen. So we have to get a wire for that, as well as a desktop tripod, which are not that expensive. And put 200 printables in the shop. We are already working towards that. We have about 45 printables, I believe. 45 printables, so we're only missing what? 155. Don't look at the big number. Little bits at a time, we'll get there. So by February, I want to have 100 printables up by February. So I have that goal in mind. If everything goes well, then my son's emergency fund, I want to raise up to 2,500. My son's emergency fund is already at 1,000, so I do want to build his. As you guys see, my emergency fund is different from my son's. I always have my son's financial stuff apart from mine's, due to all the court hearings and due to my son's father being so difficult. I always have to have things separate, just to make sure. Also, I do not get child support. I have not gotten child support since August 2020 because I'm not able to walk and I'm not able to spend money on court stuff right now. I have not been able to go to court and, notify that he is not paying. This was also assigned by court. There is a court paper that says what he has to pay. But that's a whole nother video, guys. That's a whole video in itself. And I also want to make a Roth IRA. I've never, with any of my jobs, I wish I would have done this when I was younger. Like, this is stuff like you want to like rip your hair out, man, because a lot of times we as parents possibly did not have the best financial background. So we don't tell our children, that if your job doesn't give you a Roth IRA or a 401k, you can make one, have one over here at a bank or something, and, put money towards that. Like, I would have so much money in one of these if I would have, like, at my 20s when I was working 3 jobs, I would have made better financial decisions if I would have been a little more financially oriented. But we deal with what we have on hand. 37, not having 401k, not having a Roth IRA, being a temporary employee for over 13 years at different jobs, so at a minimum wage. So I do want to start one of those now. Whatever you could put in is good money. And I also want to invest. So with this investing, I've been watching Mommy Trader. She really convinces anybody, guys, to invest. I'm telling you, she could convince a monkey to put a banana in stocks, okay? Like this. That is how good she is. But I really want to. But you know what? I say when first of all, I want to make a fund as soon as I start generating more money from the income. From the business, I want to invest. And I want to make first I want to make savings, I want to have like a certain amount, let's say $100, $200, right? It doesn't have to be much. But I want to have that first to be able to invest and, have that steady income or somewhat of an income a month to be able to always put money towards investing. So we'll go to the investy bestie, you like Mommy Trader, hands down for investing. If you guys want to go into stocks, investing, Mommy Trader. I will try to link her YouTube channel down below. She is like hands down good. And we have, now is the time to get started with our goals and managing our stuff, guys. Now is the time. We can't wait. Tomorrow is a new day. So, whatever you're going through right now, forget about it. Tomorrow's a new day. Get it done. One day at a time, you don't have to kill yourself trying to accomplish stuff, A lot of people put time frames towards their goal. Like I said, I've been 3 years working on this move into the U.S., guys. Like 3, till time comes, until God, wants us to be at this point. I have really been researching areas and more or less like not only acknowledging rent, because a lot of people acknowledge rent, but when you have children or a child, you really have to research schools and the safety of the area and all of that. So we've been doing this in the meantime, but I have to go also into rent pricings and stuff. More or less, I know where I want to move, and we're really gonna look into this. And then, down here we have always like putting a scripture in everything I do. Be strong and courageous, for the Lord your God is with you. Joshua 1:9. So I always putting a scripture. You do you. If motivational things works for you best, then do motivational. I like putting scripture. Okay, so this is what we have. I actually wrote it down and wrote some of the stuff that I would, have to pay off. That's why I wanted this particular sheet, because I have subdivisions under my main category. Some people actually break, they'll take one. Like, let's say my smallest one is my emergency fund to 1,000. Some people will actually just take upon this and put, like, let's say they want to do it in 3 months. They'll put like 3 months, and they'll put everything that they need to do within those 3 months to accomplish this. I don't work like that. Like I said, I've had this one for 3 years. If I was going to put a time frame on this, I would have like ripped my hair. I would have been crazy, scratching the wallpaper off the walls. Like, I would have fell into some deep dark depression or something, because I have not accomplished this in 3 years. I haven't even like gotten close to the funds that I need for that. More or less, I know the funds I need because my parents moved when my son was 5 months, and I saw more or less the budget that they had and everything that it sucked out. So more or less, I saw how that went down. So I know more or less what I need in that category. Here we have this one. Okay, you could also do something like this if you're not too much into breaking down. So we have like today goes, let's do it. That's our motivational stuff. And then we have remember, and the 2022. We have here, get it done. Get this done right. Trying to focus here. We have living the dream. Like I said, this is just my financial goals. We don't have here personal goals or anything. We have here big goal action steps. Boss babe, little things. We have here boss. She believed she could, so she did. And we have here another scripture, guys. Just like I said, I need scriptures on stuff. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. And this is Jeremiah 29:11, if you guys want to write that or look it up. Pretty important stuff right here. So basically here, as you can see, the boxes are small. I'm not going to do different goals here. This is just another way if you want to do like small and not do like the under like subcategories, or you can write it here, right? You can write it here and make your plan on the regular notes paper, and then you make your plans here, right? You can make out a whole map out a whole plan here without the stickers, because some people actually need to write paragraphs and stuff and do brainstorming like on a blank sheet of paper with like no stickers and anything. But you can write here like your small categories and then break it down. So basically here, what I'm going to do is like these, the main goal, like here the main goal, I am going to put into these 6 boxes, because that's what I did. I did 6 main goals, guys. 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I did 6, so I did the 6 boxes for the 6 goals. If I accomplish anything extra, they will go into these other writing boxes, right? If I accomplish anything extra, it will go here. This is just to keep myself focused, okay? Because like here I got everything that goes under, but here I just want to do the main goal and just like keep myself focused on those main goals, and also check mark as done, be able to write here done, like I accomplished that, I did that. So that's what I want to do in this particular sheet. If I have anything extra, like extra accomplishment, bam, here. Like here, like I accomplished this extra big goal, bam, right here. In my business financial, I accomplished this extra right here. Like I accomplished finding an office space, bam, right there. Like anything like this, I want to have it here. So these are my 2022 big financial goals. I know a lot of this stuff requires huge incomes, but little bits at a time, we will work towards this and accomplish this, guys. I have an exciting announcement, so we'll make a video of that, but I want that announcement to be number one, face forward. Number two, it's going to have something attached to it. So that announcement will be coming soon with a big goal that we were able to accomplish, guys. So thank you all for watching. Like I said, any of these printables can be found on www.budgetingonthego.com and www.etsy.com/shop/budget. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.